Hey guys, this is Boss Lady V back with another video. Today we're going to be getting into the loyalty edition. So I want to talk a little bit about how Shawnee O'Neal has destroyed her own show by not having loyalty to anybody besides Evelyn. All the women that's in this chart, Evelyn and Shawnee has disposed of them when they were no longer needed for the show. I'm going to start with the way she treated Jennifer over some rumors. Even though Jennifer is back in her good graces, she disposed of Jennifer when she no longer needed her at that moment. And here is a little bit how she treated Jen when Jen showed up to her son's party. Just take a listen.
I came here to be the bigger person, and it is not a warm welcome up in here. I'm leaving with you. Okay. I'm trying to give Jennifer a chance. Don't come around my kids with that whole energy that you had talking to somebody else about their daddy. That's what you're not going to do. I said, don't let her in this party. Now here she is in my mother's party with my kids. Sharif, get them. Don't with me and my family. Come on. Are you kidding me? Come on. Cece, you ready? That. This is my. I don't want anything to do with that at all. Yeah, I think I have plenty of opportunity. Everywhere I turn, there's something going on. That is how is. I will fight you. All of Inglewood will come out of me about my kids. Bottom line. Everybody's leaving.
So that was just a little bit how the first lady can really get down. You know, she has this mask on now, like she's the first lady, but that's the real her right there. And the way she went off on Jennifer and they outcasted her that whole season about a rumor about what she supposedly said about Evelyn's daughter. The gig is this. Anytime you say something about Evelyn, you go up against Evelyn, you stand 10 toes down against Evelyn. Here comes Shaunie to the rescue. She is not gonna ever let not one single person come up against Evelyn. They best friends. They was friends before the show, but this is a business. You're gonna ruin your business over one person who has came and gone and came back. Like, no, let's just make that make sense. The next person that she disposed of was Royce. We all know how she treated Royce, right? I don't think Royce got a fair chance at the show. She only had a couple of seasons, even though they had a mutual agreement to part ways. Evelyn helped push Royce out the way, and once Evelyn had it out for Royce, then here comes Shaunie. They talk about her appearance. She was a bum. Oh, she was this and they were so high class and they was embarrassed to be around her. But take a listen to how
Something comes out
Royce
to where something I said,
feels about Shaunie.
turns out to not be true. It might be because of what I was told, or it might be because I misinterpreted something. And I always admit that. I'll always be like, oh, my bad. Or even when I'm telling a story, I'll say something like, I might be lying to you, but this is what I remember. You know what I mean? I don't just make up stuff. And if I know something is not true, you know, I'm going to say it. I don't care who it's about. Even if it's about somebody I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, if something was said, let's say about Jen and like one of my exes on the show, and I knew it wasn't true, I'd be like, I know Jen and I ain't like the best of friends. We probably not friends at all, but that's not true. Right. I do, you know what I mean? So I.
What Royce is talking about here was the last season she was on and Shaunie was dating a young light skinned guy. Evelyn went back and told Shaunie that Royce had messed with the guy and the guy had brought Royce some shoes. And Royce said it wasn't true.
I expected the same respect. And when I didn't get it, I realized, like, damn, they really don't give a about me at all. So I felt like I was just a figure. Like, I'm just a cast member. I wasn't a person.
You weren't a person.
Yeah, I was a character
that they could play with. Working with Shaunie, again, this woman approached you to do the show. You helped pitch it, develop it, and to get it sold. And then all of a sudden, the friendship you thought you had with her went this way. People have said that it was challenging working with Shaunie because how can we work with somebody who is the executive producer of the show, gets to watch the footage, and we have to be in scenes with her? Was that very hard to do?
It was, and I think it was probably harder for those who came after me because she was on the show a lot more. When she was with us, she did season one partially. Um, and then, she would step in every blue moon, but like with them, she was on the show a lot. So when I see situations like I think it was Brandy, it's like I I felt that when she had when the whole thank you for your services and all that stuff. One, she didn't have the power to fire anybody. So that was that people say, "Oh, this is Shaunie's show. This is her show." No, it's not. It's not. But I think just watching.
So that's a little bit. You can check out that interview Royce Reed did with Carlos King over on his platform. That's just a little bit of what Royce was explaining about her experience on Basketball Wives. And after she helped you pitch the show, get it sold, you treated her like dog shit. Like, what kind of person does that? Like, you wouldn't even know. Nobody would know you outside of chat if it wasn't for the show. So then the person who helped you get on, you turn your back on her for Evelyn, someone who allegedly slept with your husband. I need somebody to help me make that make sense, right? So not only did Shaunie have it out for them two, not Tammy, Jennifer and Royce, she also had it out for OG. She never liked the OG. For some reason, they didn't like OG. And OG got embarrassed on the show. She never had a fair chance on the show. They talked about her appearance, talked about the way she dressed. And like everybody on there wear true labels. Who does most of them probably rent their clothes. Like the only person who probably really rock real labels is Jen. And she overdoes it. So anyway, let's take a listen to how OG felt about her experience with Shaunie after she did her fake apology.
Because you have to be vulnerable and show your real life, and obviously unexpected things happen. Like we all get that, but it should never be a situation where you feel like every time you go to work, you're going to be attacked by your appearance. Like that's crazy to me. And a lot of the fans saw that, a lot of the media picked this story up, OG, about what we were all watching on the show, and it became a very hot topic. So much so, Shawnee released a statement, and I think maybe also did a video, if I'm not mistaken, where she apologized to you and apologized for what was going on. Did you accept her apology, and did she ever reach out to you personally? Are you talking about the sit down with Mark Lamont Hill? Yeah. Okay, so that was, for lack of better word, damage control. That was not an apology to me. That was an apology for what she thinks or alleges I experienced or felt. She never once texted me, never once called me, never once had a on camera or off camera conversation about anything. The problem is I strongly believe if you really genuinely are sorry for something, you apologize for what you did, not what somebody feels. Because I don't feel anything. I haven't even touched the surface on how I felt. So far, I've only shared my experience. She's never called and apologized to me because she doesn't have the guts to. She doesn't have the courage to say, I was wrong in this entire scenario. Why? Because she's evil. That woman is evil. You heard it from me. I'm not the first person who said it, and I'm not the last person who's going to say it. Shaunie does not have a pure clean spirit about her. I can say this because I've been around her. Everything that she does is for fake facade cameras. Look at how she did Tami, her friend. Look at how she does Jackie 24/7, her friend. She's not cool. And look at how she allows her alleged associates and friends to act and then co-signs it. If you really wanted to have a conversation about colorism or a conversation about racism.
So that's just a little bit of OG. Again, she's on Carlos King platform, so you can go over there and listen to this interview. She did it about a year ago. So that's courtesy of Carlos King. So far nobody has nothing positive to say about Shaunie O'Neal. Everybody so far has had a negative experience with her outside of who? Evelyn, her puppet master, right? So not only did she do this to Royce, she did it to Malaysia. OG, she did it to Jennifer. It really bothered me when she did it to Tami because I thought her and Tami was really friends. I thought when Tami came on the show, her and Shaunie had a real friendship. And as the years went by, you could see the loyalty was lying with Evelyn. Shaunie laughed with Tami when Tami came back on those seasons for Basketball Wives LA, and Tami helped save the franchise because it was going down. Oh, Shaunie was all up Tammy's ass because she needed her. But once Evelyn decided to come back, the loyalty shifted right back to where it always belonged and will always belong, and that's with Evelyn. But also, Tammy was also on Carlos King podcast, courtesy of him, and this is what she
It's
said.
so interesting because at that time I was a reality producer, and watching that scene, I was fooled. Yeah, I really thought that was a real moment based on how it was chopped and screwed. And it was in the edit. Chopped and screwed. So I was like, when we got back to the hotel, I was like, just tell that girl to come get her purse. I don't got no problem with her. I mean, it ain't that serious. What are y'all doing? And they were like, well, go over to her room and give it to her. And that's when I was like, Keisha, here's your purse, girl. On the door. All of that was because they asked me to do that. Because Tammy got back to that hotel room, kicked off her shoes, laid down on her bed, and they were like, she wants to leave and she wants her purse. I said, tell her to come get it. Because to me, I'm acting. I acted my way through that, did what y'all asked me to do, and now it's like and see, it's over. Everybody relax, go back to doing your regular scheduled program, and we all good. And they really literally left me out to dry on that. Was that one of the many times you felt that you were betrayed by Shawnee or the producers with your staying on the show? Yeah, they were there. That was one of them because there've been many. There have been many. Is one of them, because I'm just going to be honest, yeah, with you. Please. Your last season broke my heart because, um, listen, I love what I do. Yeah. I look at someone like Serena Williams, for example, right? Who's the greatest female athlete of all time. Yeah.
So I'm not going to play it any further, but that was a little bit of Tammy saying that Shaunie has betrayed her multiple times. One of the instances was when Tammy had Keisha's purse and Keisha was so scared. Tammy said that was all set up. It wasn't real. The producer had said that the scene so far on that cast trip was boring. They needed some excitement. So who did they go to for the excitement? Tammy. Evelyn and Shaunie sat there the whole time at the table while Tammy was allegedly tipsy and went off on Keisha. And Keisha knew what was going on, why she jumped her like she was so scared, acting like a Karen. But all the time, Shaunie was using Tammy for ratings. And when she no longer needed Tammy for ratings, she disposed of her like she did the rest of the cast. Y'all all know how she did Brandy. Thank you for your services. So we don't even have to go down that route. But now in the current season of 2024, the way they are doing Jackie is unbelievable. Like, even if Jackie is guilty of some of that stuff, like, why are y'all going so hard on her? Like, what is the problem? So now y'all want Jackie off the show. It's obvious Jackie time on the show has come to an end because they're coming up with every scenario, every plan, everything to get Jackie off the show. Now, if Jackie said some of those things to Sunday and Brooke was so called on the three-way listening on mute, then if she said those things about uh Brandy having kids, knowing she can't, or Brooke grieving, then that's out of line and she was wrong and she needs to apologize. And I don't know if she can even fix those things. But outside of that, what did she say that was wrong? Shaunie and Evelyn are evil. Jussie do sound like Glorilla on steroids. Don't nobody care about Jennifer getting married or being engaged again to another scammer. Nobody cares. So I think when it went down with between Jackie and Shaunie was this moment after Jackie went off on Shaunie and off on Evelyn calling her daughter the builder whore. That was the moment that they both decided we finna get Jackie. And from that moment on, there's been a plot and a plan to get Jackie off the show. But they did it slowly because they know they need Jackie for the show. Jackie is the show. It's obvious because this season, everybody's storyline is Jackie. But next episode, Shaunie is walking back up and she's going to tell her she would never trust her again. You ain't never had it for her since that moment she went off on Evelyn. So when did you trust her since then? Like, stop pump faking. Like Tammy said, these are acting scenes, and I believe it. Now, you're gonna make people question the integrity and the realness of the show. How real is it? Is these real moments? We know you and Evelyn are tight. We know those moments are real, but are y'all making up shit just to come at these other people? But this is moment here is when I think Shaunie was done with Jackie. Listen,
I think Evelyn should go back into obscurity where she was, and I'm not being shady. Who gives a You know, you're sitting in front of me, you keep snickling at my jokes and touching me under the table. I need to go ahead and speak to you. Then you want to play games. See, that's I don't like. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. She yeah. I don't know where Wait, who's sneaking me under the table? Sneaking what under the table? Oh. Jackie, say it. I no, hate ain't nothing to behind. Say. Shaunie, there ain't to say. She made her bed and she's gonna lie in it. The table? Nobody. What did she Not say? Not a damn thing. You be telling everything. Not a damn thing. What she said I wish she would. She didn't hear me. Why you can't repeat it? Because it ain't nothing to repeat. Because it is what it is. You be coming up with some No, but you know what I do, Shaunie? I stay out of other people's and I would appreciate because you are my friend, right? You are my friend, right? Right? I guess so. My heart is broken that Shaunie is standing here having the audacity to tell me she thinks we're friends. Are you or not? I can't tell you what you are. I think so, but okay, my friends usually don't go off on me about nothing. Whatever me and her got going on. When did I get in it? You're in it right now by asking me. Because I just walked up and asked you what you said. And I said that's nothing. Being in it. All these years, all of this that we've gotten to know each other, and now you bring this non-mother factor Evelyn Lazada into the scene, and you feel like you need to kiss her ass and not tell every woman out here that yes, this is my friend. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with Shaunie going forward. What do you want to hear from me? I wasn't mad at you. I'm never mad at you. But it's all about Jackie again. You came out and asked me for something. No, Tami. I'm mad at everything. I'm tired of the bull. Okay, well, I don't do it either, so I'm done talking to you. Jackie, what Leave me the alone. It's all about Jackie again, and let's make it seem like it's her and all that. I was talking to them. And if I can't do that, I don't come and jump in your conversations. I would never do all what you're doing right now, Jackie. Never. That chick right there is crazy as bat. I want no parts of it. I am completely done with Jackie Christie.
that moment right there, as she said she was completely done with Jackie Christie, she meant that. And since then, I believe allegedly that and Jennifer's probably in on it too because she wanted to do anything to stay on the show. But Shaunie has had a plan. She wanted Jackie off the show. Jackie was getting too much star recognition by being the star of the show. She didn't like that because she wants Evelyn to be the star of the show. So Evelyn and Shaunie had a plan to get Jackie off the show, and it shows. Like y'all listen to phone conversations. Now, ain't that what y'all was mad about? Because the other girl that was on there said she listened to her conversation. And all of a sudden, now you're doing the same thing, and it's okay. I would want to slap Evelyn too if you portrayed me by going with my daughter, who you know I have a problem, a disagreement with, and she wrote a book about me that's not true or whatever it is, and now you so concerned. Oh, I donated because she's not this girl. No, you didn't. You did that because you needed a storyline. Evelyn has not had a storyline since she and Chad divorced. She uses these fake disagreements with other cast members to carry her through the show. Shaunie knows it, the producer knows it, but because that's her puppet master and she does all Shaunie dirty work, she can get away with it. I watch the show because I want to review it. I used to love the show back in the day, but every year it get worser and worser. If that's a word, it's getting worse. Like it's not even entertaining no more because it's just a mean girl atmosphere. Oh, if I don't like her, you don't like her. Oh, so now since the queen bee don't like her, let's all find a reason to like her. So I guess now since Brooke they came back with these recording, y'all still gonna have a problem with her. Brandy look like she's confronting her, and so God knows when Brooke's gonna get a chance to confront her. So it's just gonna be downhill. There's not gonna be no resolution because they don't want one because at the end of the day, their goal is to get Jackie off the show. Everybody else has seen it, everybody else knows it, everybody else feels it, and it's obvious. So let's keep watching. I can admit one thing before I go. This season is a little better than last season, but I do not like the icing out and the plot against Jackie. Yes, Jackie has done wild things. Jackie has done wrong things, said wrong things, acted crazy, but Jackie is the life of the show. Period. Jackie is the life of the show. Without Jackie, there is no show. Period. Period. So that's all I have for now. I just wanted to come back and let you guys hear those clips of how Shaunie has treated everybody and disposed of people. Let's keep watching and see how she acts on this next couple of episodes. And again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment. Please make sure you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back with you guys with another video. Bye bye.